Begin by applying MAC Prep and Prime all over the face. I'm using the Real Techniques Dual Fibre brush to do this. Now I'm using Urban Decay Primer Potion all over the eyelids. Using a patting motion, I'm just applying Loose Pigment by MAC in Melon. Using a concealer brush, I'm applying Bowing Concealer by Benefit Cosmetics, and it's in shade number 2. Now I'm applying foundation. I've mixed Your Skin Forever in number 20 with Illamasqua's Rich Liquid Foundation in number 200. I don't really want too much coverage. This is a daytime event. We want to keep the skin light and natural, so I've only applied a small amount of foundation to certain areas of the face. I'm absolutely in love with this sponge. It's the Amazing Beauty Blender, as you may have heard of it. I submerged it in water and then squeezed out the excess, leaving a damp sponge to work with, and now I'm blending in the foundation with the primer that I applied earlier. And I'm just using a brush to buff in the foundation a little further. And using the point of the Beauty Blender, I'm blending in the concealer under the eyes using a patting motion. Using a small buffing brush, I'm applying Powder by Bare Minerals under the eyes to give a smooth surface to work with, and also because I will be using loose pigments later on, and this will make it easier for me to wipe away any fallout if there is any. I'm going to go ahead and apply some foundation to the neck area to make sure everything's blended in and it looks the same colour as the face. Now I'm applying Miss Popularity Highlighter by Benefit Cosmetics on the cheekbones. Now, a lot of you may have seen people use some sort of tape along the eyes to get a perfect line. However, my client has very sensitive skin, so I opted for a piece of card which I just hold lightly against the eyes while I apply my pigments. This will prevent any irritation whatsoever, and it will still give a perfectly straight line. So if any of you have sensitive skin, try this technique and let me know what you think. This is Mineral Eyeshadow by Mika Bella Cosmetics. I think they're now called Mika Beauty actually, and it's in the shade Royal, which I then go over with a blue eyeliner pencil by Kiko Cosmetics. I'm just adding some purple eyeshadow by Inglot in 446, and I'm using the Urban Decay brush from my Naked 3 palette. Using my Lorac Pro palette, I'm adding white highlighter along the brow bone and Miss Popularity by Benefit on the inner corners of the eyes. As a transition shade, I'm using a really pretty brown colour by Inglot in number 54, and this will just allow me to blend away any harsh lines between the gold eyeshadow that I applied earlier and the highlighter that I just applied now. I'm using Forever Foundation by Your Skin once again. I'm applying this along the cheekbones, forehead, chin area and eyebrows. I'm going to go ahead and blend this out using the Beauty Blender once again, and I've also gone ahead and added some light contouring along the cheekbones and the nose area. We don't really want any prominent lines, just want to keep it looking light and fresh. I know there's a contouring craze going around nowadays. One thing to remember is that contouring is not just about changing the shape or look of your features. So there's no need to use dark heavy colours to contour. Instead, go ahead and pick a shade that's just 1 or 2 tones darker than your skin tone and just use it to add a little bit of dimension to your face. This way, everything will still look nice and natural. Remember, there's no right or wrong way about it, you just need to practice and find what works for your face. I'm just adding a small amount of highlighter back onto the cheekbones. I'm just using a stippling motion to apply a little bit of shimmer powder on top of the highlighter. Next, we opted for a light pink blusher by Inglot, and it's in number 20. I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the cheeks, around the temples, forehead area and along the jawline. For the brows, I used Charcoal by Bobbi Brown, and I'm really sorry everyone, my camera ran out of battery, so what you don't get to see is me applying false lashes, eyeliner and some glitter reflex by MAC, and of course finishing off the lips. Here's the finished look for you guys. I hope you like it. The camera I used has washed out the colours quite a lot, so I'm going to try to post some pictures up towards the end of the video, and it will show you a more realistic version of the colours. I hope you like this look. It was an engagement party look, and this beautiful girl booked me without a trial, and she was lovely, absolutely lovely to work with. So thank you so much for watching.